I went to the doctor and I was like, hey, I need to get some doctor services done. Please give me medical attention. And they were like, sure thing. Here's a $25 copay. You can pay your bill by credit card. And I was like, no, that's okay. I'd really rather not. What if instead of paying my $25 copay, I traded you some free advertisement for your doctor clinic? I was like, what if instead I just gave you a shout out on my YouTube channel and I went on there and I was like, go to this doctor's office because they do great work. This video is sponsored by my doctor. What if I did that? And they were like, I've never heard of you on YouTube. You really need to pay your $25 copay. And I was like, no. Listen, look, on YouTube, people love me. They think I'm hilarious. People think I'm fun. People listen to me on the internet sometimes. So I think maybe I shouldn't have to pay for this. And instead, I can just give you exposure. And the doctor said, people die of exposure. I'm just kidding. That story never actually happened. Obviously, I wouldn't ask a doctor to do work for me for free. So why do people think it's okay to ask me as a writer to work for free? Supporters, I'm Savvy. Welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, welcome to my channel for the first time. Please don't forget to subscribe because multiple times a week I put out new videos about books, writing, and small business owner life, and sometimes I go on rants like this, so I hope you guys are excited. Please don't forget to stick around until the very end of the video because I will be giving another small business shout out to celebrate the fact that I have hit 1,700 subscribers. So let's do this thing. I don't think it should be a radical statement to say, I don't work for free. I don't. I work for money. I work for money, or sometimes I will barter. I will barter sometimes if there's a specific service I need from somebody and they need that same specific service from me and we can trade services. Like, I have done that before. I will, I'm actually writing a chapter about that in the business self-help book I'm working on called #SavvyBusinessOwner. But that is beside the point. That is a very small minority of cases. For the most part, we as authors and writers and journalists and creative people and artists, we don't work for free, right? I feel like I'm gonna have fellow artists being like, yes, and fellow small business owners like, yes, I don't work for free. This is gonna be a lot. So I wanted to rant about a couple things. One, why I don't work for free and why I think you shouldn't either. Two, a story about a time someone asked me to work for free recently. And three, the things I regret doing for free in the past that I wish I could take back. This probably won't all be in order because I'm an emotional hot mess. All right, let's go into it. So in my life, you guys know from watching me on YouTube, I generally tend to have a very live and let live philosophy about things in the world. Like, oh, you do what you want, I'll do what I want, you'll buy things from me if you want to, I'll buy things from you if I want to, we'll be friends, it'll be great. But when it comes to writers working for free, I actually do care. I actually don't want other people working for free. Why? Because it drives down the market value. We all know about supply and demand, right? If there's an overabundance of writers out there and they're willing to work for free, writers who are actually charging for their work are gonna start getting passed over. I remember when I started doing school visits as an author, when I started visiting schools and talking to kids and doing readings of my Forever Home Friend series to them, and I started doing author Q&As with kids. I charge $95 an hour to do that. I'm very open about that fact. When I do a school visit, the school that I visit is going to pay me $95 an hour. I think that's a good price. We have a good time. If the school is outside of the Chicago area, we will have to negotiate for travel expenses and that kind of thing, but for the most part, I just do them in the Chicago area, so that hasn't really been a problem. Anyway, when I first started getting into doing school visits, I went online. I found this website that listed a bunch of authors and their contact information, how to get in touch with them for school visits. The reason I was doing this was I was kind of researching what people's prices were, so I wanted to find a list of authors whose websites I could go to and kind of look at what they were doing. On this website, there was a big ass disclaimer that said, if you do your school visits for free, we will not list you here. Because if you want to do it just for the joy of reading to kids, then you're driving down the market value for people who can't afford to do it for the joy of reading for kids, people who have to make money on their work and are trying to start a career. So if you don't charge, we're not listing you. And I respected the shit out of that. Now, I don't remember the name of this website, and I'm not going to give them a positive review because they were also like, if you self-published your books, you also don't count to be on this list. And I was like, bitch, excuse me? Since when are you the free speech police? So, yeah, there's good and bad in everything, friends. Regardless, I wanted to say the one positive thing about that website was they were not going to tolerate people driving down the market value for their fellow writers. So, friends, if you write things for free, I would encourage you not to, for your own sake and for mine as well. The one exception I will make for this is if you're you're writing something for free and it's copy for a free advertisement for yourself, right? We all know that like sneaky online advertisement is the way of the future and of the present. So sometimes like I'll do a blog post for free because in that blog post I'm writing about a topic that's essentially me just advertising Forever Home Friends. Like I'll be like, oh sure, I'll write about why kids should learn about animals at a young age, but every other line is like, and my book series teaches about this, linked in the description below. It's not that exactly, but like that kind of thing. So if it's a way for me to advertise, I will take the payment of advertisement in exchange for writing, but what I will not take is exposure in exchange for writing something that you assign to me. So if this isn't me just straight up self-promoting, I'm not doing it for free, especially if someone's like, here, I have a writing assignment. I want to assign this to you. You know why? Because I get paid to write, friends. And all of you writers out there, you should be getting paid to write too. So I wanted to share an experience with you of something that happened to me recently. Let's watch me go off. All right, so in this, I'm not going to be giving away any names or any identifying information. The organization that reached out to me about this, like real talk, they're super nice. The person who reached out to me about this was super nice. I like belonging to the group that this was targeting. So this is not me throwing shade at that group. This is not me saying anything bad about this person. This is specifically me going on a rant about this specific request. So let's do it. Hi Savvy! I'm the managing editor of The Blank and would like to invite you to write our blank article for our spring issue due April 15th. We will be profiling, name of a store, and are looking for a columnist to conduct the interview, usually through email, but fine to do in person if you don't mind transcribing. Since this is a lesbian-owned bookstore, ideally we hope to find someone, preferably a woman from the LGBT community, which I believe you identify with. Please correct me and also forgive me if I'm wrong. This is a great way for a bookstore to get the word out to local authors about what they do, how they interact with authors, the community, etc. And it is a great way for members, maybe you in this case, to establish a relationship with a bookstore. Thank you for considering. So I replied, I thought this was interesting. Now, I'm not going to say the name of the bookstore that they were asking me to profile because the bookstore, I like visiting as a customer, but this bookstore has not been kind to me on a business-to-business relationship level. So anyway, that's partially, but I was like, you know what? I do enjoy going to this store as a customer. I do enjoy this organization that I belong to, and they're reaching out to me and asking me if I would like to write this article. Here's what I'll offer them. So I said, thank you for reaching out. This sounds wonderful, and I'd love to get involved. I think it's wonderful that you're reaching out to represent women in the LGBTQ community as well, and you're correct that I'm a part of that community. Can you let me know some more details about the assignment? What word count are you looking for? Based on the magazines I currently write for, my standard rate for writing articles is $300 per 1,000 words, or about 33 cents per word. However, this is always negotiable based on the specifications of the assignment and the publication. Let me know what you think. I look forward to learning more about the assignment. She replies to me, oh my, I wish we could pay you, but this is part of our blank that is all volunteer run. And the national organization requires we keep it that way, blah, blah, blah. So the main benefit for you is in establishing the relationship with an awesome bookseller and getting your name further out there in our chapter. So she goes out there about this, and so I replied in what I think is professionally. I feel like now I'm being unprofessional by being a bitch on the internet, but you guys subscribe to this to listen to me complain, so here we go. So I said, thanks for clarification, and I appreciate you reaching out to me. I love being a part of organization, and I completely understand how a volunteer-run organization may not have the budget to pay a writer at this time. However, I am going to have to pass on this assignment for a couple reasons. First, I'm in the midst of writing 2 paid articles for the magazine I work for, so I have to prioritize those. Second, as a small business owner myself, I've not had the best experience trying to partner with that store. I love going to their store as a customer, but they were not at all open to discussing stocking my books and products for my small business, the Forever Home Friends, and in their interactions with me, I did not feel that they were open or supportive of another small Chicago business. If this were a paid assignment, I would have gladly written it, but I don't feel good about doing free promotion for a store who has no interest in communicating with my small business. I hope these reasons make sense to you, blah, blah, blah. So what really I think was hilarious about this, though, was that they were basically like, so this lady was super nice. Even after that, she was like, I totally understand. That's completely reasonable. Sorry, your interactions haven't been good with them. Like, she was super nice. So I'm not here to trash her at all. That's why I'm not sharing any names. I'm not sharing even the name of the organization or the magazine that it was for or the bookstore that it's about. What I think is just super funny is that they were like, we need someone to do some work for free for us. Let's make sure they're a gay first. So they're reaching out and they're like, "Are you gay?" So anyway, they're just being like, we want to positively represent the lesbians, which is why because the lesbians own the bookstore. So we're hoping to find someone who is a gay to write this article, but we're not going to pay you. Like, does that feel like exploitation to you guys? Because that feels a little bit like exploitation to me. I don't know. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Maybe I shouldn't be being this much of a bitch about it, but you know what? I am just tired of people being like, do shit for free. You're a writer. You should do shit for free for exposure. Like I said in my introduction, people die of exposure. And with that in mind, let's get into today's small business shout out. So today I'm wearing this t-shirt that says, "Girls Support Girls." I love the store that I got this from. This is from an online store called Pepper vs. Patriarchy. In this store, this girl that I went to college with, who's very talented, she's a very talented artist and graphic designer, she makes t-shirts and merch with like feminist slogans and things like that on them that she did with her own designs. So she is an artist, a self-starter, a small business owner. Check out her store, which I've linked in the description below if you like this shirt. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. Don't forget to check out my links in the description below. I will see you all again soon, and in the meantime, don't forget to support small businesses. Happy writing!